Everything on this boat is new since 2016. She's a beauty. She's a 45-mile-an-hour boat, ready to go. Here it is, December 21st, the winter solstice, and it's 70 degrees here in Orange County, California. Are you looking for that gem of a vessel, a real find? Then come with me for a quick walkthrough tour on Mercruiser. The hull ID says 1998, but since 2016, almost everything's been replaced. 2016, that owner put brand new, out of the box, 8.2 Mercruiser C-Core engines aboard her for 375 horsepower, and to match the output, he put brand new XR Bravo 3 outdrives on her. In 2019, he also replaced the generator, upgraded the sound system. We've got 10-inch cone speakers with amplifiers and multiple zones. When the engines were redone, gauges were redone, along with the cables removed, she now has the electronic fly-by-wire. The interior is neat and clean. We have an extended swim platform. The generator was replaced in 2019, so she's good to go with a lot of life left in her. At one point, I actually owned this vessel, took it out on a very rough day, had water coming over the bimini, didn't even notice it. Formula builds a solid boat, and Mercruiser, with her refurbishments, is ready for another 20 years. So come with me as we do a walkthrough tour on her so you can get her in time for the next boating season. Here we are, starting off forward starboard bow on this 1998 31 Formula PC here at South Mountain Yachts. We see she's loaded with features. We have the nighttime spotlight right there, windlass with both the foot pedals and the remote control at the helm, 10-inch cone speakers, and docking lights down below. Coming down along the side, we see Formula does an excellent job with the upgraded 316 stainless steel railing, which hits about mid-thigh. We also have what I call an LLI Ladies Like It feature. We've got the large foredeck to lounge out on. Coming further down, we see we've got the Taylor curved windshield for that sleek, sporty look, and wing windows right here. We've got our radar arch, and there's actually dual biminis. I have one set up right now. On the radar arch, we see we have additional inset speakers and cone speakers up on top, along with the Garmin radar dome there. We also have in-deck rod holders here. And then let's not forget the Formula Thunderbird badge right there. We step aboard this 31 PC with ease. If you notice, we have an oversized additional swim platform, a nice beach area for deck chairs, dinghies, and other activities. This gives us a view down the side walkway. And there we have the name Mercruiser right there, and it was set up at one time for a bait bag should you want to fish. We have easy access here to our pump out. We enter the cockpit through this port side door right here, and notice we have a hot and cold shower. On this side, we have a molded in swim step to make access to the foredeck that much easier. There's also grab rails all the way down the side, so we feel safe and secure while accessing the foredeck. Here at the cockpit, we have our U-shaped seating. I have one bench collapsed into the transom to give you an idea on how much space there is. There's also a second table, and these tables can actually be lowered for a sun pad to enjoy the day. To port, we have our wet bar with storage underneath. And then stepping up, we have our port side seating right here on gas assisted struts. Now this storage area is a great place for gear. As you can see, it is finished and gel coated, easy to care for, easy to clean. The upholstery on this vessel was redone about 2019, so it's nice and clean. Here at the helm, we have our double wide, very well padded helm seat with thigh-rise bolsters. This gives us a view if we were actually piloting the vessel. Now here at the helm, we have our Garmin 3206 unit right here. We've got our Mercruiser SmartCraft gauges. All of these gauges were replaced in 2016 along with the engines and outdrives. Now pulling back, we see we have the electronic shift and throttle. No cables here. We've got our padded tilt steering wheel, and then our VHF radio here. This is going to give us an overview of the cockpit seating. Engine access is nice and easy. With the touch of a button, up comes the hatch. We enter the cabin through the centerline sliding door and down 3 steps. Immediately in front of us, this gives us an overview of the interior on this 31 PC. Immediately upon entry, so we have easy access from the interior, and in the exterior, we have our fully lined fiberglass head. Now it is a wet head. We have the shower and a shower curtain to protect some of the interior. We've got our port light, mirrored medicine cabinet, formed in basin, vacuum flush head with macerator discharge. Formula adds a lot of nice touches. We even have dual towel racks on the door. Moving forward, we have our galley. Notice, directly overhead, we have a hatch to allow that much more light and air into the cabin, which is, by the way, air conditioning. Up above, we've got cabinets and our microwave, a little shelf right there. Our counter space is about 2.5 feet. It is a Corian style countertop. And a feature you gotta love is a built-in blender. Great way to make your drinks. Got our wastebasket right there. Microwave, dual burner, electric stove, stainless steel basin. Pulling back, we see we've got an isotherm refrigerator, which is non-original, and then cabinet storage below. As we move forward, we see we have our slant berth. It's over 7 feet long. And right here in the cabin where I'm standing, we've got about 6 feet 3 inches of headroom. Inspecting our V-berth area, notice we have the privacy curtain, steps to allow easier access into the bed. We've got our mirrored hanging locker there. Little shelf space. There are 2 port lights, one on each side, and an overhead hatch. We've got lots of headroom here, probably 3.5 feet, so you could even sit up in the bed. It's big enough for at least 2 folks. Now as we pull back into the main cabin area, we have our U-shaped dinette, which also converts into another sleeping area. There is some storage below, but we do have our air conditioning units there. This upholstery is a super soft ultra leather, and the interior headliner is a heavy duty vinyl. We've got our Fusion stereo there, and then coming down along the side right here, well hidden but easily accessible, we have our 12 volt and 120 volt power panel right there, along with our generator start. We even have our inverter right there. Continuing aft, we have a changing area here with a little step down. We've got about 7 feet of headroom here. And then as we move into our aft cabin, we have another hanging locker, our nightstand, and then I'm showing this berthing area here. It can convert to a sofa also. It's about the size of a double bed and you do have about 3.5, almost 4 feet of headroom once you're laying down. I've got it filled in right there. Formula even offers stair protection as OEM equipment. Mituation is a 1998 hull, and in 2016 engines, generator, drives, and upholstery was replaced along with most of the canvas. The hull says 98, but the vessel shows a lot newer, both mechanically and physically. She's neat, clean, odor-free. View her today. Be on the water tomorrow here at South Mountain Yachts.